Well, welcome back. Democrats are racing against the clock to try to salvage President Biden's economic agenda. Biden meeting with Senators Joe Manchin and Chuck Schumer yesterday to try and hammer out the final details of a deal. It now looks like they are prioritizing a tax on billionaires' unrealized capital gains. That could be included to help pay for the massive spending package. It won't be enough. Joining me right now is Georgia Congressman and Energy and Commerce Committee member Buddy Carter. Congressman, it's good to see you. Thanks very much for being here this morning. Can you talk to us a bit about what's being discussed with regard to pay-fors for this package?
Well, essentially nothing except let's try to tax the rich as much as we can. But in reality, what's going to happen with this package, if it is passed as is proposed, it's going to be a tax. It's going to be the biggest tax increase in the history of our country, $2.1 trillion increase. And it's going to impact the middle class and the lower class just as much. We're already seeing taxes in the way of inflation. And what is inflation? Inflation is nothing more than a tax. Inflation's running rampant right now. And who does it impact the most? The middle and the lower class. They are the ones who are impacted the most by this. You listen to the president and this administration and they say, oh, it's not going to cost anything. That is ludicrous. Do they think the American people are stupid? They're not stupid. They know that they've got to pay for it somehow.
Well, apparently he does think that we're stupid because in addition to saying that it's not going to cost anything, he said it's a tax cut. I mean, it's just extraordinary that he could just, spew out these misinformation and these lies. Look, it's not just the top line number we know. It's also the federal big packages that are in there because there are gimmicks that say, well, the child tax credit will go away in a year or the family leave could go away in a year. But we know that that's not true. They're not going to go away in a year. Why would you do a 10-year package and have packages go away in a year? So what's the true cost of this package?
Well, the true cost is more like $5.5 trillion as opposed to the $3.5 trillion that they are proposing or that they are saying that it's worth. And you make a great point, Maria, because, you ask, how can they get this package down? And we've heard that Manchin may be amenable to a $1.5 trillion package. Well, the way you get it down is you cut these programs from a 10-year program to a 5-year program, or maybe even a 1-year program. And we know that it's going to be difficult to end these programs. Ronald Reagan said years ago that the closest thing you'll ever see to eternity on earth is a government program because they're never ended. And that's what's going to happen here.
Yep. Let me turn to the border because, Congressman, I know you've been there. We were there 3 times in the last 2 years, and we've watched this situation worsen quite significantly. Now we are expecting another massive organized caravan of migrants. They're making their way to the southern border right now, surging past Mexican forces trying to stop it over the weekend. The organizers calling out the Biden administration, saying that money is not going to solve the problem. It's unclear what they want. I have an exclusive story this morning that I've learned that cartels are paying teenagers, 15, 16-year-old kids, $1,000 for every migrant that they can drive to Houston. So you've got these teenagers with cars back and forth from the border to Houston all day long. And we have one situation where there was a teenager apprehended this weekend. And his car went over a ditch, tipped over. Here's a shot of it. In this truck, he had 13 illegals jammed in the back seat. He was going to make $13,000 until he was apprehended by the sheriff's office. We're going to talk with the sheriff of Jackson County coming up. But, I mean, look, you're talking about these Mexican cartels with this organized plan to now entrap teenagers through TikTok. Your reaction?
This is, I mean, it's unbelievable that this is going on, but it does bring up a couple of problems. First of all, we've got to do something about the internet. I don't want to. I've made that clear to everyone that we've had before us on the Energy and Commerce Committee. I don't want the government to have to intervene here, but they're giving us no choice. They won't do it themselves. Zuckerberg, Dorsey, none of them will do it themselves. So therefore, we're going to have to do it in the Energy and Commerce Telecommunications Subcommittee. And we've been talking about it, and we are proposing, we've got proposals out now, the way that we're going to control this. I only wish that the Biden administration were as organized as the cartels are. I mean, they run like a well-oiled machine, whereas the Biden administration, yeah, they're organized. They're just saying we're not going to do anything at all except reverse the Trump policies. That's the only reason they're doing this, is because they want to do it just the opposite. When in reality, they could control the border and secure the border if they were just to put the Trump policies back into place, build the wall, stay in Mexico policy, Title 42, all of those things.
Unfortunately, the Biden administration canceled all remaining contracts for the border wall construction. And last week, he lied to the American people again and said that he was at the border, which, of course, we know that's never taken place. He has never been to the border in his 50 years in government. The White House press secretary said that he flew into El Paso once during a campaign stop. That's not going to the border. And obviously, the situation has worsened under his watch. So, Congressman, we're going to keep a spotlight on it. We've got more of this breaking, developing story that we reported a moment ago, and we will talk with you soon. Thanks very much, Congressman Buddy Carter, joining us this morning.